That's good enough. I've already recorded this intro. Then I was like, something's wrong with my camera settings. Let me fix it. And I realized I recorded the intro in slow motion. No big deal. I was like, in editing, I'll just speed it up so it's the correct speed. Not only did I record it in slow motion, I recorded it in slow motion with 0 sound. So now here we are again. So let me explain everything to you. I left work early today because I am not well. As in my last few videos I have mentioned, I'm going through an extensive amount of health issues right now. I cannot be at work right now because of these health issues, so I have to be home. I'm not feeling great. I was like, while I'm home, I might as well at least write. Let me work on my story. Let me build my story. I'm home. I'm not going to sit around and do nothing. Even though I couldn't make it through the work day, let me try to at least get some other work done. I can't just rest and relax. As much as I try to, even I was reading earlier, but that's besides the point. So I was like, let me write my novel. Let me focus on my novel. Anyway, so I'm like, let me write my novel. As I was getting ready to pull it up and do everything, I decided I'm going to start from the beginning again. I'm going to start from the beginning again. I'm going to start from the beginning of this story because I want to do this really well. This will be my first novel. I am already a published author. I have 2 children's books published. I will link those below if you want to check them out for you, your child, or someone in your family who loves children's books, or you have a child in your just somebody you want to give a children's book to, or if you want to read it to yourself. I will link them below. I have not published a novel though. I've loved reading since I've been a little girl. Loved writing. I've always had a new story created, different short stories I've done, poetry, different things. I love to write. I love to read and write. So I'm working on my debut novel, which I am planning to release spring of 2027. Hopefully that all goes on track, but if I don't know, I'm doing everything myself. As I said in my last writing blog, everything myself except editing. This gets expensive. We're speaking into existence. I got this. This is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm setting up a savings account for book-related things for my novel, specifically. Out of all of these things, hiring an editor is the most expensive. I've been looking specifically for a Black woman editor. Hiring editors are so expensive. Book editors are expensive. Worth it, but they're still expensive. So this is a process. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully it's out spring 2027. Currently on timeline for that to happen. But now I was looking at my manuscript and I was like, let me just revise this. And then I was like, let me go back and read it. Mistake on my part. I know I probably shouldn't have done that. But I was like, no, we have to start from the beginning. We have to start from the beginning. I would like to call this project Blossom. Project Blossom follows 4 different women navigating their lives and relationships and their wants and needs. And it's a tragic literary fiction novel following 4 different women with different lives in relationships. Not a romance novel at all. Even though they are in relationships, nothing about this should be romanticized. It's insane. A lot of things that happen in this book. It's not a romance novel. It's not a romance novel at all. Very far from it. I would like to believe these are complex characters and I want to do them justice and do them right. Even if you don't agree with the choices they are making, I want the reader to understand them, understand why they are approaching things a certain way, even if the reader does not agree with them, because it's some crazy things that happen. I wouldn't agree with them either, but I want the reader to understand their personalities, why they make the choices they make, how they came to that point, and understand them more as characters. These 4 different women and their lives need to be understood. In my manuscript before, I felt like I was just throwing everything at the reader, not giving them a chance to understand for themselves. I was just throwing everything at them. Now I'm starting all the way over from scratch so the reader now understands this is why this character made this choice. Okay, their personality is like this, just so it makes more sense. It's a literary fiction book. I believe in lit fic, you don't just throw things at the character. You kind of like build up to it. Like, it shouldn't just be thrown at them. There should be some obvious things, but everything shouldn't be obvious. I want some things in the book to be left up to the reader's interpretation of it. I want different people and different readers to view this story in a different way and understand these characters differently. Before, I was just telling the readers what to think. Now, revising it and starting over from scratch, I'm not telling the readers what to think anymore. I'm helping them feel, giving them a sense of feeling, if that makes sense. Like, instead of telling them what to think, give them the characters and let them decide how they feel about them. Before, I was writing in Word. Now I'm no longer writing in Word. I'm choosing to write in ellipsis. When I first started writing this book, ellipsis only had the pageless feature. I hated it. I need pages. I want to write my manuscript with pages. I just need pages. That's me. I can't do the pages stuff. The creators of ellipsis have recently updated it where I can now have different pages. So I'm going to be switching over my new manuscript over to ellipsis and writing in there. Typically when I write, I have these tabs open. I have ellipsis, of course, like my story building tab, Word Hippo for my thesaurus, Pinterest for my vision boards and my idea of how the story and the setting feels, and a blank Google tab. So that way if I have to Google something, it's right there for me. The tab is already open. And I have a million tabs open in my brain, but I can't show you those. I think I'm going to give myself an hour to write. I'll start at 6 just so I'm starting at an even time. This is currently what time it is. I'll start right at 6. I'll give myself an hour to work on it, and then I'm going to stop, take a reading break, read a chapter, then jump back into writing. Love Island comes on tonight. I do watch Love Island. If you watch Love Island season 8, yes, we're on season 8. Love Island USA season 8. If you're watching Love Island USA season 8 right now, tell me what you think. Let's discuss. Let's talk about it. But Love Island comes at 9 tonight, so I'm probably going to do that until Love Island comes on. So that gives me like a couple of hours. But let's get to writing and let's get started. I'm tired of yapping because I just had to refilm this entire intro. But let's get to writing.
Anyway, baby, just name the time. When I'ma come through, can you get me cruising on the moonlight? Top down, playing new sounds while the wind blows over it. Checking my maps, heading the stack, keep it intact. Do me a favor, girl. Can you keep it warm for me, keep it on for me like a shower? I needed to run for me, hold it down till I'm pulling up. I finally made it, girl. And I'm at the door, see you walking up.
So it's actually been a little over an hour since I started writing. I have added 12,000 words. Currently at 12,000. I apologize. I have added 1,200 words. I apologize. Currently at 1,232 words in the manuscript so far. I was going to finish writing this chapter before I took a break and finished, but I heard some advice before from different writers, and they say don't wait till you finish a chapter to take a writing break. take a break in the middle of a chapter. That way, when you come back, you don't have to start fresh, start a new idea over again. You're starting in the middle, so you have like a mindset of where you're at and how you want to move forward. And when I saw that advice, I locked in immediately and I took it because that's really great advice actually. And stopping in the middle of a chapter versus stopping at the end of a chapter is really beneficial for me, and it really helps with my writing process. I have a I wrote the prologue, which is about 200 or so words, and then I'm in the middle of the first chapter where you meet the first lady, where one of the first woman is introduced. I don't want to give too much away. I kind of want to say stuff, but I'm not going to say stuff. But I'm still in her chapter. The book is in third person as of right now. I'm going to take a little reading break. By the time I finish reading, I might take an hour reading break as well. But when I finish reading, it's going to be close to 9 o'clock. Or I don't know. We'll see. This story is just really intense. There will be trigger warnings and trauma warnings at the beginning of the book. Before you even get into the story, there will be trauma warnings. Writing this book, and the whole time I spent writing this book, there has been times where I had to take a break from it. Not even just take a break to get a refresher, take a break from it, come back, start anew, because there are some heavy topics in this book and you don't want that to consume you. So I had to take a break from it, fill my life with love, hope, and joy, and faith in Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. I feel like Coconut Head from Nets to Classify right now. What the heck? Is it giving Coconut Head, y'all? I feel like it's giving Coconut Head. This bang does whatever it wants to. The bang gon' bang when it wants to bang. I'm gonna take a reading break. I don't know what I'm gonna read. If I want to read on my Kobo, or if I want to read 7 Days in June, or Deadly Ever After. I'm currently reading like a bunch of different books right now. I'm a person who I'm always constantly reading multiple books at a time. I used to just read one book at a time, but then I would like kind of get bored and I'm like, I'm gonna read this book and I can't wait to read this book, so I'm gonna pick another book up. I'm currently reading 7 Days in June, Deadly Ever After, The Scammer, A Gamble at Sunset, and a little bit I was reading I Who Have Never Known Men, but like I might just like stop reading it because I'm not into the story at all. I'm only 3% into that one, by the way, but I might just stop reading it. I actually haven't read, I've read The Scammer, A Gamble at Sunset, and 7 Days in June today. What I have not read today is Deadly Ever After, so I think I'm going to take, during my reading break, I am going to read Deadly Ever After. Okay, so it is day 2 now of working on my novel. I'm feeling a little better today. Sound really country right now. Hold on. I'm feeling I'm feeling a little better today than I was feeling yesterday, which is good. That's improvement. We'd like to see improvement. So I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm just about to open up my novel, start writing, start working on it. And I was like, might as well continue the vlog. So I think I'm going to do like how I was doing the structure I was doing yesterday, write for an hour, then take a break, take a reading break, not a phone break. We're taking a reading break. So if I take a phone break, I'm not going to get off of it. So impulse control. I think I'm going to also set goals. I think since I did 12,000, look at me, still can't do math. Since I did 1,200 words yesterday, I think in an hour, I'm going to strive for that again. Let's do every hour, try to add another 1,200 words to it. And I didn't give too much information about the layout of the story, I did say it follows 4 different women. I'm planning for each of the 4 different women to have 10 different chapters. So that's why before, when I was like, I just felt like they were getting thrown at the reader because I know they only had 10 chapters. And I was kind of just throwing stuff out there. But I want to make sure I'm really diving into the different personalities, the different things they're going to, the different things they're thinking, their thought process, their mindset. So even though they only have 10 chapters each, I want to make sure I'm diving into them still. I'm diving into them effectively. For right now, that's the plan. The book will have 42 chapters in total is my plan, because there'll be a prologue and epilogue, and each woman would have 10 chapters. So even though so technically 42 chapters, that's the plan right now. That might change during the lockdown. That might change down the line, but for right now, that's the vibe. That's the sort of thing I'm going through. That's the sort of thing I'm going for currently at the moment. But I did some reading this morning. I read 7 Days in June, and I was also reading on my Kobo, and I was reading The Scammer. I think I'm going into chapter 6 or 7 on The Scammer, and I think I'm going into chapter 7 in 7 Days in June. No, chapter 8. I think I'm going into chapter 8. I just finished chapter 7. Still currently reading Deadly Ever After and A Gamble at Sunset. I'll talk more about those later, maybe in my reading wrap up for the month. But yeah, let me get my bed situated. Let me get my bed situated because I have books thrown all over here. And let's get back to writing.
Got something that's showing what's underneath. Still, you expect me to make it do pleasantries, baby. I'm yours. Not what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the rooms. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you, baby. It's all for you. No, no, no. She said it's all for you. I did it all for you, baby. It's all for you. No, no, no. We could catch a vibe here on this trip. I'm in your soul, you're on my head. I want you at my fingertips all night, all night.
Okay, so this is really unexpected, but I just wanted to add this into the video and say thank y'all so much for 50 subscribers. Well, now 55. When I first started editing this video, it was 50, and now that I'm done with the editing process, it is now 55, and this morning it was 54. When I started this channel and started taking book content seriously in January, I never thought I would have 50 subscribers like this quick. So thank y'all so much for that. It's truly, I'm truly, truly so grateful to see it. I've been going through so much in my personal life recently, and this really did make my day, and it's showing me that how much to continue this content, it is worth it. I enjoy yapping about books, yapping about my writing, and I'm glad to see 55 people enjoy it as well. So thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for 55 subscribers. I really, really, really appreciate it. Um, Wow, I'm just so amazed and so thankful. I started this channel. I started all of joining the online bookish community. I started all of that. I'm like, I'm not going to promote it on my regular personal socials at all. I'm just going to let my audience find me. And I'm so happy that is what happened, and that my hard work has been paying paying off, and I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. I'm thinking at 100 subscribers, I want to do something special for once we hit 100. I would have tried to do something special for 50 as well. Unfortunately, I'm just not in a place to do that right now. But for 100, once we hit 100, I'm going to try to do something special. maybe a giveaway or something. Like, I'm just so thankful and appreciative for each and every one of y'all who watch my videos, who engages with my videos, who wants to sit and watch me yap about books. I used to be very, very shy, and I would never put myself out there, and I don't like to be perceived. I would never put myself out there. I was very, very shy. So just doing this is a big step for me. And having 55 subscribers, really, really big deal. And I'm so grateful and so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. I did forget to close out this vlog as well. So thank you for watching. Just another thank you. Much more to come in the future. Um, I'll keep you updated on what I'm reading, what I'm writing, just different things happening. Uh, oh my, I'm just like really happy and amazed and thankful. Uh, but thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and talk to me. Let's talk about books. Talk about if you want to see more of my writing process, if you want to see more of my reading process, what I'm reading, what I plan to read, what talk about books that I have read, whatever. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.